Happy Thursday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Anthony Toshman, joined as always by Shane Diefenbach, Shawn DePaz. Gentlemen, how's your Thursday going?
Wonderful, delightful, pleasant.
Oh, I had a cheese Danish earlier.
So did I.
Yeah, you did. That's
have
right.
we have talked about Danishes on this show before.
Have we?
Yeah.
We
Remember you yelled at me?
What?
Probably, but I don't remember.
Mid-ad read, he had yelled at me, and then I yelled at you because you had that conversation during an ad. Then you walked off.
I don't remember the context of it completely, but yeah, that sounds
We
right.
were talking about doing a pastry draft, and we never did, which we can do sometime soon.
Are there that many pastries?
Yes. Tons.
Okay. Well, let's move on from pastries.
Is it donut a pastry?
We got bigger.
It is.
We got bigger things to deal with right now.
100%. 100%. We've got ASU women's basketball coach Natasha Adair joining us now. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Hello. Thank you, guys. I'm glad to be here.
Love to have you. First and foremost today, I think the biggest news in all of sports is probably Brittany Griner coming home. So I'm curious, just your thoughts and reaction to her finally coming home.
Well, again, prayers are answered. This is, I'm sure, a Christmas miracle, right? 294 days away from her family in horrific conditions. And, just thank you to all the people, right, obviously involved in bringing her home, because we know it was a collective effort, a joint effort. But I will tell you, the women's basketball community has been on the forefront of just making sure that we say her name, that, she, with letters, with support, with just so much love, because we couldn't even imagine what she was going through, what her family was going through. And so that just speaks volumes for our community of people. Just being there for her and just so excited for her and her family to be able to come home during this time and be together, especially for the holidays. But 294 days, I couldn't even think what she was dealing with.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Well said, Coach. Talking about community and the women's basketball community specifically, when it comes to establishing a culture, or in this case, continuing that winning culture, what are some of the most important steps you see in taking first to establish that in a basketball program?
Well, first and foremost, it's trust. And coming in the door, right away here, you knew that for me, I had to build the trust and gain the trust of the players that were already here. And then for us, we had to, in about 2 months, we had to go sign 7 players. So it was hit the ground running. But in this game and in life, it's about not telling them and coming in, this is my way or the highway, but you have to be a good listener. And that's one thing that I pride myself on. I had my one-on-one meetings with each and every player, and not really going backwards and talking about what was, because, I wasn't there. But it was just, where do you want to go and how are we going to get there together? And so just really listening to their why and coaching them to their why, and just letting them know that obviously it's going to be my way, and it's kind of the Coach Adair formula, if you will. But I want to know how to get them there within the realms of how we want to do it here, and so that they're a part of this, that they're invested in this, and they take ownership in it. Early on, I said, and I'll continue to say it, this is a program that's going to be player-led and coach-supported. Because the more that you are invested in it, you take ownership in it, you're going to give 110 and more. And so I will tell you, the players have been super engaged, working hard, but there's just that extra gear. We actually talked about that today, those extra effort plays, and just giving a little bit more. If each player can give up 1% more, then they're going to even amaze themselves on what they can accomplish. But really, it's just that trust and that buy-in and meeting them where they are.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, you mentioned obviously 7 women that you signed to the team. This is a team that went through a lot of turnover, obviously, right. CTT retiring, but as far as the players, you had people graduate, you had 2 women that transferred in conference. Do you feel like being a new coach in that situation kind of gives you like an advantage because it's kind of a new situation for everybody, or does it make being a new coach that much harder, having to deal with all of that on top of everything that comes with being a new coach?
Well, I think that's just the landscape of athletics right now. So I think just not shying away from the reality, immediately addressing it, and just saying, okay, who's here, right? Who's here, taking an assessment. And then to that, coaching them to, okay, why did you stay? Right? Reminding them of, okay, why did you choose ASU? What are the things you want to accomplish? We are all here, however we got here, really to do the same things. In one, respect the program, put a product out on the court that everyone's proud of, and win. And so I think it's just, for me, this is the fourth time I've taken over a program. So however it happens, and when you arrive, there are different things that transpire. So I think it's just really reassuring them that this is where we are, here's the plan, and really communicating that process every step of the way on how we're going to get there and accomplish the goal.
100%. Coach, you brought up the one-on-one meetings with your players and asking them their why as to why they're here. What is your why, and why do you want to be at Arizona State?
I am so happy that you asked that question. For me, this is year 25. I'm old. And but I say that, I've coached at every level. And for me, professionally, to be able to be amongst the elite, to be on a big stage with Hall of Fame coaches, night in and night out, top 25 teams. For me, I wanted to be able to do this in my career, and to have that opportunity. And why ASU, aside from obviously the community, the academics, the history, the people for sure made the place. I've talked to so many people who first generation, second generation, third generation, Sun Devils, and just the community of people, the love that they have for one another. And this is a winning culture here. You are here to win at every level. The coaches, the community of coaches. The day that that they announced that I was going to be the head coach, my phone, I got a text from every head coach saying, "Welcome to the family." You don't get that everywhere. And just knowing the responsibilities and the standards that it's going to require, the expectations that it's going to take. At this point in my career, I knew that this was the right opportunity and the right place.
One of the players that did stay, Jaden Simmons, has been having a career year in basically every single category. I mean, minutes definitely help, but the field goal percentage and efficiency is at an all-time high as well. What do you think she's improved on as the most, and what is she like as a person to be around?
Well, just to let you know, we call her J Smooth, right?
Goes crazy.
Because she's silky smooth, right? But the conversation with her was just giving her that permission to be great. Sometimes you think they have it all figured out because they're super talented, they're at this level, but sometimes they need to hear it too. And I think it was just giving her that permission. She's super coachable, high IQ kid, 3-level score. I mean, she's just phenomenal, and she's a even better teammate. She's sometimes too selfish, right? Very selfless in how she plays. So I think it's just putting her in a position on the court where she's in more of a scoring role, in a defensive role. But I just think just giving her that permission and expectation. She actually was one of the ones that just came up to the office after practice, and we talked about just the opportunity ahead for her, things that I expected of her, and just the responsibility of being one of those key players on our team that night in and night out, we need those contributions from her. And she doesn't say much, right? But she speaks volumes in just how hard she plays and what she brings, the consistency that she brings every day. And so I'm happy for her, but just look to her to even lead more on and off the court.
Yeah, so something I've been looking forward to asking you is, we were watching the game against GCU the other day, and on the broadcast they mentioned that you've filled some pretty big shoes. Obviously, you started like at Charleston, you replaced Macy Williams, who had been there for 9 years, but then at Delaware, Tina Martin, 21 years. Obviously here, CTT, 28 years. Do you embrace that kind of opportunity? Is there something about like you that makes you so fit to kind of fill big shoes like you have on now multiple occasions?
Yeah, I keep asking myself that. A little bit of, I don't know. For me, I think I come into these opportunities, and it's the young women. It's the young women in front of me. I want them to be able to obviously compete and win. The goal is to win a national championship, and we don't ever want to lose sight of that. But you have to win internally first. And I think for me, it's about building up these young women to use their platform, to have a strong voice, to know that they can do it, to know that they, are rock stars in every way. And so I think that that's just it. It's now become my mission. If it wasn't early, I know that it is now, and I know that I'm living in my purpose. So to see them have those aha moments, whether it's in the game, whether it's off the court, or just in conversation, to see that confidence grow. I'm a mom first, and I want that for my son, and I want that for my daughter, and that's something that I try to pour into them daily, and I do it with my student athletes. So I think it's just building them up as young women to be strong leaders, and to really stand on their truth and their confidence in all that they do.
Most definitely. One of those players that you've got, Ty Skinner, who also transferred over from Delaware. She's had a solid season thus far. You're obviously familiar with her game. Just what's your relationship with her like? And then how have you seen her grow as a player and a person over the years?
How much time do we have? Because, first of all, everyone will have a nickname. So hers is Showtime, right? And she might be tiny, but I tell you, she is 6'5" inside, and she is fearless. But funny story, when she first came to us, when I, at my previous institution, I remember her walking up to me, and you got to understand, I'm 6'2", and she's probably, I won't say it to her, but she's probably 5'2". But she comes up to me, chest poked out, and she says, "Do you trust me?" And I'm looking like, what are you talking about? Do you trust me as the point guard, as a freshman? And my answer was no. I said, no. I said, not yet. I said, but I will. And I fast forwarded the end of her sophomore year. She's in the gym, she's shooting. And I leaned over. It was a, overhang. And I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she's getting shots up. And I said, "Remember what you asked me your freshman year?" And she smiled. She said, "Yes." I said, "I do now." I said, "It takes time." And watching her lead, since we've been here, and of course, obviously she knows me, she knows the expectations, and she knows the system, but it's getting a group of other young women teammates to follow you. That's not easy, and you're new here. Really talking to her one-on-one about conversations and, what are the things that you say to your teammates? How do you get to learn them? How do you get them to trust you? Because it means nothing if you're out here, showing what you can do. You have to bring people along with you. That's leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think that she's grown so much. She's a competitor. She's a gamer. What you all are seeing her do, I've seen her do that time and time again. But I think what I'm most proud of is just how she's grown as a leader and how she's built trust with her team. And now on the court that they follow her. I think that, to me, that's the best, just her leadership.
Definitely. Coach, we promised you some really random questions.
Oh, gosh.
So it's time to get into some of the really random questions.
Okay.
And we'll start off with, you went to Albert Einstein High School, correct?
Oh, God. I did.
Okay. So this is where I'm going to go with this. Albert Einstein High School, in all of history, okay, if you had to draft 3 famous people, Albert Einstein, Socrates, Plato, etc., which do you think will be best at basketball?
Oh, God. I think Einstein would be pretty good.
Okay.
Really? Because, again, he would figure out all the equations of how, he would be analytical with it, right? Everything is analytics. So I for sure know he would break down plus and minus and all the statistics on the equations, best to get that basket to the hole. So I would take Einstein with me.
Okay. Man, I didn't even think of that, honestly. Einstein would be great.
He would.
This isn't as random as that, but
okay, that was really random.
Yeah. This is more, a normal question you'd hear. Coming from Delaware,
mm-hmm.
what's the most fun thing there? What do you do there?
Oh my gosh. You know what was fun? We spent a lot of family time. I will tell you that Christiana Mall is the biggest mall on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And it was in Newark, Delaware. There you go. You
There
didn't
we
know
go.
The
that?
more
The
you
biggest
know.
malls are in the weirdest places.
Yes.
It's like a quote you'd have on the wall.
Yeah, because Syracuse also has one of the biggest malls in the country. It's very
Yeah.
random.
man.
Get 'em all.
This is a question that we ask basically everybody that comes on. Your counterpart on the men's basketball team, Bobby Hurley,
Mhm.
he does not eat on game days.
Yep.
Like up until the
Mhm.
game, he will not eat food. So I was just curious if you have any weird rituals or game day traditions or anything like that that you think might be a little odd.
Nothing weird like that. And that's really working for him because he's
Yeah.
killing it right now.
Yep.
So maybe I should take that and skip pregame for the rest of the season. For me though, I just kind of listen. I listen to my music. Beyonce's on my playlist. One thing you don't know, random. I'm in the Beehive. I might be the oldest person in the Beehive, but just know I just kind of go kind of quiet and just listen to some music and get ready for the tip, but nothing too random.
So now I got to know who else is on the playlist because we also asked that to Coach Hurley, and he mentioned he listens to Adele.
Yeah,
and then
Adele
some
on his
hip-hop.
playlist.
He's got a pretty interesting music.
We
mix. So
we
who
like
else is on the
Adele, for sure. Beyonce, all Beyonce, you guys. It's kind of crazy. Who else is on there? A little Marsha Ambrosia, a little Jill Scott.
Okay, yep.
I got a little neo soul in me.
Yep, yep. I love
but
it.
anything by Beyonce, you can't go wrong.
I can respect that.
That's awesome. Coach, before we get you out of here, just any message to Sun Devil Nation, just on their support so far through 9 games, and then obviously ahead of a big game on Sunday.
Yeah, well, first I want to say thank you to Sun Devil Nation. Our players are working extremely hard. We're kind of working through some injuries, and we're a little short numbered night in and night out. But it just speaks to the resiliency of our young women and how hard we're going to play. This is a culture that we're changing and we're growing, and I want it to be defense first. I want people to come see us play and see us play hard. Leave it all on the floor, and just feel energized by what we do and how we compete. And so for our players right now, we have 2 non-conference games left, and we head on the road. We're going down to Stephen F. Austin, and then we close out non-conference at home against Prairie View A&M. And so I just want our fans to know that we are working every day, and our players are getting better. Because at the end of the day, we want to put that product out on the floor night in and night out to be proud of and to be championship worthy and contenders for sure consistently. So just stay with us. You guys are our 6th man and woman, and just know that we're working hard to make you proud.
Most definitely. Coach, thank you for your time, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you all. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Coach.
Oh, man, guys. Sun Devil basketball, she mentioned it, 6-3 so far on the season. Going through some injuries, little uphill battle over the course of the last couple of games. They obviously started off pretty hot after being picked to finish last in the Pac-12. What do you want to see this team improve on kind of moving forward before we get to conference play?
I want to see her read a book to me.
You want to see her read a book to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the storytelling.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. The story about Ty Skinner leaning over the over. It sounded like a book.
Yeah.
She was great. I just adapting the defensive mentality. I mean, she retweeted Des Cambridge's tweet today about you guard, you win, basically. And it's adapting that mentality will get you so far. I mean, we see it with ASU men's basketball, how they can go 0 for 13 from the 3-point line in the first half and be down by 5. That's just how this team is and how this team can be. They have 2 really talented scorers and so many valuable pieces that there's a lot of upside on this team, even with all of the turnover.
Yeah. I mean, the defense is a big thing. They're currently ranked as the worst defensive team in the conference. So it's definitely something they want to obviously have to improve on. But I just in general loved what she said about Jaden Simmons. Like that was, I think, the big thing for this team is you lose your top 2, really your top 3 players from last year. One to graduate, 2 in the transfer portal. Like we think of her as a good player, but there is a certain amount of encouraging her and enabling to be that player, to be the kind of the top dog. So it was very interesting to see that. But I mean, yeah, they got to play better defense. They got to get healthy. Those are the big things. You look at their schedule, very interesting because their first conference game at U of A.
Yep.
Obviously a rivalry, but then certain somebody down there. And then their first home conference game, Oregon. Taya Hansen and Oregon Ducks.
Hey.
Taya!
So I
It's
mean,
gonna be fun.
Get out to DFA.
That's why I was so like we saw obviously after CTT left, those two leave and you lose Miles Giles to graduation. But I was surprised that Jaden didn't leave, and she was one of the most exciting parts of this team last year. Even when Lavelle would go for like 20, Jaden Simmons always had a good game, and she's kind of picked it up in every facet. Like Miles Giles was a great rebounder and played good defense. I mean, she has eventually she has career high and everything, but she really ticked up her rebounds. She's like 5 per game now, so. It's cool to see her kind of fit into that role, and then Ty Skinner to come in and fill that scoring role. This team is fun, and you guys need to get out and support them and watch these games.
Yeah, and I will say Adair seems like the perfect coach for this kind of team. Like they're going through a little bit of a rebuild. Like they're not in a great spot, but
they're not in a bad spot though.
Yeah, bringing the best out of your players and starting to build your own culture while also understanding that it's not like she said, it's not her way or the highway. I think is something to be encouraged about if you're a Sun Devil fan.
Yeah, I think the women's basketball program is definitely in good hands moving forward. And if you guys want to make some money on this women's basketball team, or really on any sport, could be football, could be the NBA.
Gaelic hurling.
Sure, why not? Do it on DraftKings. Download the app now. Sign up with code PHNX. Place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. And just because we have Gerald over here to the left, guys, I really hope you didn't place that bet on the Suns last night because, again, that's code PHNX only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. And Shawn was mentioning it when we were talking to Coach Adair. We were watching that GCU game. One thing that Shawn failed to mention was that we took some OGs before that game. And
figured it wasn't the time or place to mention it, but you are right.
It probably wasn't the time or place
what are we doing?
to mention it. But hey, we're in an ad read. That's what we're doing.
Hey,
okay,
Coach, I was high as shit, and I was watching one of your basketball games.
Hey,
What's going on?
It was great. They won the game. The OG smacked. The orange creamsicle goes crazy.
And we learned.
If you didn't know.
I learned. Chris gave me props for my question, and it only came from that game.
Look,
you didn't get high to watch the game. You got high and then watched the game.
I started watching the game, and then I got high. Like, not because of the game.
They
won the game. They won the game.
They won the game. And look, as always, you guys can find them at your local dispensary. You do got to be 21 or older to enjoy.
OG's question of the day comes from Marlon Humphrey on Twitter just now. 100 humans versus 1 gorilla. Who wins?
100 humans.
100 humans.
Easy.
Not even close.
We've asked this question before.
Come on, Marlon Humphrey.
Similar at least.
Paige Thompson or a single gorilla who wins?
Paige.
Does he have a stick?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'll still score 5 goals somehow.
On the
gorilla?
goalie?
Yeah.
No,
That's
he wouldn't.
crazy.
Gorilla probably plays terrible defense.
No,
I don't think it does.
no rules. You'd ripping his head off.
Tage, have you seen Tage on skates? He could skate
man.
right past.
Have you seen a gorilla on skates?
No, I have not.
Exactly.
Fair enough. No, fair enough.
I'm trying to picture that. I think that would be amazing. Why do we not have gorillas on skates?
Because it sounds like animal cruelty.
Yeah, you're probably right. Let's get into Sun Devil football.
Corn-fed.
Corn-fed.
Corn.
Jaylin Conyers is back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed his Twitter announcement this morning, he tweeted, I believe 11:40ish. He tweeted out the Kobe clip, that famous NBA Finals clip where job ain't finished. Why ain't not smiling?
Job
ain't finished. And Sun Devil Twitter went crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm curious from your guys' end. We kind of had a feeling last night that was going to be the case, that Jaylin was going to be coming back. What do you think this means for the program? And then what does this mean for Dillingham's offense?
3 tight end sets. Put Badger out wide. Play action.
1 wide out.
Watch the hell out.
I think out of
Jumbo package.
the players that, like, obviously X, I think, was the most important player on this team last year, but he's graduated. This might be the most important part of this team. Like, obviously the quarterback and all that stuff, but
even then, we don't know who the starting quarterback is.
You look at like the last few games, like you could argue that he was the best player on this team. I think he's only going to get better because he only got used for half of the season.
Yeah.
Not even. I think it's very exciting for what this could mean. And I think having a pass catcher like that is going to be enticing to one of the many transfer quarterbacks that are now in the portal. And just what Kenny can do with a guy like that is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, 13 personnel the entire way down the field. Swinson, Deuce.
Remember when we thought that was going to happen? And then it didn't? Ever?
No, we thought 12 personnel was going to happen.
Well,
no, we saw
different.
13 at times with Swinson and Case Hatch out there.
Yeah.
Which got me excited because I saw Case Hatch, and you didn't see a whole lot of him.
Cole in the chat, are we still worried about Badger transferring?
He's playing COD with Chad Johnson Jr. right now.
I'm not
And
too worried that
he was
transferred.
he was posting what's it called?
Burrito Express,
right? Like
I'm not worried. Look, any significant players.
He told us to just watch him, so let's just watch him.
Yeah, we'll watch. But any significant players in my mind that we're going to any significant players that in my mind would have entered the transfer portal would have already done it. The only one that I'm still waiting to see on is Emery.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
But I don't think he enters the portal either. But I also don't think that they go out and get another quarterback.
I would be shocked if he didn't enter the portal.
You'd be shocked if he didn't?
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on the conversations because there's a chance that, but I mean, it doesn't really fit his whole Arizona thing because, he's an Arizona kid. He has an option of having an Arizona kid play quarterback or Emory Jones.
Well, two Arizona kids, technically.
Conover,
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Mission Man.
But I forgot what I was going to say. I got so distracted by the Conover thing.
Okay, yeah. No, I don't think Badgers transfers, but there's people on Twitter that are like, oh, does this mean we're out of the DJ Uiagalelei race? I don't think ASU was ever in that race.
I think the only team that's in that race is Notre Dame.
You are...
Do you have a reason for saying that?
No, he just wants
vibes?
to say it.
Okay.
Even then, there's no vibes there. What vibes does DJ have with Notre Dame? Other than the fact that they
seems like the
beat
most
him.
antithetical Notre Dame quarterback of all time. But
Why are you biting your bottom lip like you know something on this? Okay, sure. Why not? There were people on Twitter.
he's scared of Shane's cousin. He doesn't want to be in the same conference as Shane's cousin.
Yeah.
That's also fair. People on Twitter before the announcement of Jaylin Conyers, the starting center for Arizona State, Ben Scott, announced that he was entering the transfer portal with, I think, 2 years left of eligibility. People just kind of upset and they went out and at them on Twitter. Daniel Ngata, Ben Scott, about entering the portal. Why would you want to go look for like greener pastures when it's coming to you now with Kenny Dillingham in that offense? And my response was simply that it is different for every player.
Mm-hmm.
Every player's situation is unique and different to them. And there are so many conversations and things that happen behind closed doors that we as media or even public don't know about and will never know about in regards to just like life, family, etc. That's why I've always been a big proponent of the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Like
Anybody that's a good person.
And Kenny said it. Kenny said it, right? He doesn't want these kids to feel trapped where they're at.
If they want to leave after they came to you, then you lied to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they should be allowed to have that option to move because coaches can do the same thing, right? Coaches can up and leave.
Look at Dion.
Yeah. Like, and the school has to pay for the contract.
Yep.
Right? It's not like Dion has to pay a cent to Jackson State. Like, he got out, he's going to make more money, and it's a better situation for him, his family, his son, etc. Why shouldn't a player be able to do that on their own terms?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're just an asshole if you're getting upset. I mean, there's situations where kids are kids and are immature about this kind of stuff, and I understand being upset about that, but they're children. Like, these are young people. They're younger than all of us sitting here.
Young men.
Yeah, I mean, well, some of them are literally kids. Like, I mean, it's basketball. You talk about Enoch last year; he couldn't even vote. He was 17 years old.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Like, there's sometimes these are quite literally kids. And you're just upset because they don't want to play football for your team, and you're not even gonna bother figuring out what the reason is. Like I said, there are situations in which kids are just kind of assholes because kids can be assholes sometimes. But for the most part, like you said, there's stuff going on that we don't know about, and even if it's just NIL. Shit, like my mom worked 2 jobs. If I could have gone somewhere and made more money, so where she didn't have to do that, I would have 100% done that.
Most
Like,
definitely.
fuck your team and your fandom. Like, this is bigger than sports in a lot of situations. So, like I said, if you're upset about the transfer portal and kids leaving, you're an asshole, and check yourself.
Jacob in the chat says, did y'all see Mississippi State transfer called out his coach yesterday?
Yeah.
Also, not just his coach, Mike Leach.
Yeah, not just any coach.
What did he say?
He said he announced that he was transferring and then said, with that being said, since I'm not very tough and Leach is glad I'm leaving, I will be entering the transfer portal.
And the best part about that is, like, you had to read it. Like, it wasn't like very obvious that he was taking a shot. It was in like a normal transfer graphic.
Yeah, look.
And then it's just in the middle
like
of it.
right
It's
here.
just like I kept reading it. I'm like, this seems normal. Like,
position?
oh, this is why people
Running
are
back.
making a big deal out of it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Also, one more thing on the transfer portal. Like, people that shit on guys like Ben Scott, Daniel Ngata, Ladarius Henderson, etc. You got to think the guys that sold the idea of Arizona State to them are no longer here. The fans' interpretation or love or hate for Herm and Antonio Pierce and everybody along the way over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, none of those guys are even here anymore.
No.
So you sitting there behind a screen saying this 19, 20-year-old kid should be staying in Tempe. He lied to everybody.
Loser.
Like,
Well,
what are you doing?
That's my thing too. Is also like, obviously it's rare that kids enter the transfer portal and come back. But if you like these players so much and they enter the transfer portal being like, go fuck yourself, is not a good way for them to maybe think about coming back.
No,
like,
not at all.
They're not helping anybody. It's fans like that are annoying, and I don't think are real fans.
And I think trying to relate this in like terms that everybody can almost experience or think about, right? Say you have a job that you maybe aren't necessarily happy with, as our GM sits down in the chair.
I was going to say, what do you do?
I love my job. Just to preface that.
Coachery's entering the transfer portal.
Coachy worked in South Bend, Indiana before this, so he still does have something about having a job.
That was me in the transfer portal, right? Like, I had a job, and I'm over here, and there are other opportunities that you can explore, right? Not every job allows you to do that. But I think there are a lot of people that could benefit, and your happiness just on like a life perspective would be a lot different, or at least happier, if you at least got to seek other opportunities without people shitting on you for doing so.
With that being said, I'm not very tough, and Saul Bookman wants me to leave.
That's tragic.
That's what he said. That's not me saying that.
There was a transfer who said that about his coach.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Also, these kids don't owe you jack shit.
No,
like,
nothing.
You support
Literally
them,
nothing.
and they owe you like basic respect. They shouldn't come out here and be like, I left because it's a dog shit city with dog shit fans. Like, that would be aggressive. Don't really see that out of college kids very often, though. Like, they don't owe you jack shit. This is their lives. They got things that they're aspiring to. Sometimes some of these kids realize they're not going pro, and like Josh said, they just want a fucking degree. Like, there's so many different things that influence these decisions.
People don't think about it.
Worked up about it. I just hate when people are like anti-athlete pro establishment. Like, who are you? Like, who are you riding for?
Here?
Like, what is that? Like, yeah.
Like, they're gonna they don't care.
No, they don't.
They're gonna go get theirs, and guess what? They're all replaceable too. Like,
and also, tell me what Jaden Daniels stats were this year. Tell me what Ricky Pearsall's stats were. You don't know them because you don't give a shit. You don't actually care about them.
No, but every game, if they lose, you make sure to tweet at them. You make sure they know that you don't like them. They don't give a shit. They are probably laughing. How many Twitter trolls are there that tweet at you, shitting on you or something you said, and at the end of the day, you lose sleep over?
Yeah, Jaden Daniels beat Alabama, but he's upset because fucking Joe from Mesa.
Joe
Sorry,
underscore
Joe. I really said that because
324.
there's a Joe in the comment. I didn't say that
Joe.
because
We love you, Joe.
Not you, Joe. I really hope you're not from Mesa, or else it'd be real weird. But Robert from Mesa is just like tweeting shit at this kid. He's like, "Oh, I just beat Alabama, but now I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep because some rando is." They don't give a shit about you.
No, not at.
I'm feeling spicy today. I told the entire Yankees organization to go fuck themselves. Now I'm telling random fans to go fuck themselves.
Okay. Anything else that you just fired up you want to get out off your chest?
What's the next ad read? I can work this into a transition.
I mean, it's up to you. There's two right there. Throw it in.
I mean, fucking Burrito Express gets me worked up every time. Are you shitting me? Like,
You're talking about Badgers tweet off air.
Yeah.
We were. I hope people realize that this is not we're not just selling something.
This
like,
is a
we
lifestyle.
really live the
like
Burrito
Burrito
Express
Express
lifestyle.
is a part of my daily life.
No, it literally is. Like, we ride for Burrito Express.
Well,
like some of y'all weirdos ride
crazy,
for institutions.
Right? We're in December, and I had went to Arizona State and like had never in my entire life tried Burrito Express.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane had brought it up literally on the show, and I feel like since then it has changed our lives.
No, that one moment where Shane brought it up changed our lives. 100%. Yeah. 100%.
Good job, buddy.
Because I'm still eating like what? Chipotle?
It's not Burrito
Like,
Express.
it's aight.
It's not Burrito Express.
It's aight. If you're out of town and you need a burrito, aight. But if you're in Arizona, you're getting Chipotle.
It's
what are you
also
doing?
way more expensive.
That's true. For like the same size, worse stuff. They don't got eggs at Chipotle
No, not at all. They don't have bacon either.
or ham
Go to Burrito Express.
or
They
potatoes
got locations.
Or
Just about-
chorizo.
They got
They don't
tortillas.
got nothing.
They got tortillas.
We should probably chill though, just in case,
Nah, fuck them. Fuck Chipotle. I'm on the record.
There
Fuck
we
them.
go. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, Burrito Express. They got locations just about everywhere. Go check them out. Give them a follow at Burrito EXP. And look, while we're talking about amazing things, why don't we chat about Underdog Fantasy for a second? I know I've already shit on the Suns, but Lindsay just sat down over here too. So I really hope you guys took the lower on everything Suns related last night. Everything higher except Marcus Smart points.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about that. I didn't expect the Suns to be so goddamn inept.
I hope you took Josh Okogie's higher.
Yeah,
28.
That was career high, right?
That's Gerald's favorite player of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, it's not your favorite player. We're just saying things now. Look, guys, it's easy to get started. Go to underdogfantasy.com
You know who
or
Lindsay's
download.
favorite player of all time is?
Who?
Quentin Richardson.
Do you know who
Phoenix
Saul's?
Sun for like 3 years.
Do you know who Saul's favorite player is?
Who?
You know, Landry Shamet.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Saul?
Okay, Saul.
He said yes.
Again, it's easy to get started. Go to underdogfantasy.com or download the app. Sign up with promo code PHNX, and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. Shan, when's the next Underdog Fantasy show?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what time?
3. Yeah.
Show up, show out. Underdog Fantasy.
Yeah.
Live right
Well, you
here.
know the best part about it being on Fridays is that I don't
Your
have to
dog's
lose.
getting younger.
I don't have to lose a draft this week.
It does not feel like Thursday today.
You don't have to
It feels
lose.
like what does it feel
What do
like
you
to
mean
you?
you don't have to lose?
Probably like a Friday.
Like I usually lose the draft on the Underdog show.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't have to lose it?
I don't have to lose it today.
Oh,
like
but
I
you can
normally
lose it
would.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't have to lose it on Thursday Night Football. I
Yeah.
really would, I guess.
You can lose it over
Okay.
the weekend.
Well, you can lose something right now. Let's get into Sun Devil men's basketball trivia.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you think I was going?
No,
with
I don't know. Let's go.
that? Get your head out the gutter, Shane.
I
No.
don't really know where
I don't
that
know.
could
I
have
have
gone.
no idea what. Nothing. I was.
I also want to prove a point. Can you spell his last name right now?
DIEFFEN
Damn.
BACH.
You're
Yeah.
just ignorant.
Yeah.
you
I
suck.
don't know if that's ignorant. I
suck.
think that's
Yeah, it
just.
is.
I don't think that's
You've
how
known
it
me
works.
for a year
that's
now.
not ignorant. Okay.
Okay. Well, hold on. You've known me for 4. We've been
Okay.
friends for a year. Because 3 years ago he hated me.
Yeah. I hated you, but it's not like you enjoyed my company either.
I didn't even mind it.
Why are you exposing yourselves right now?
Have we not talked
We
about
haven't
this?
hashed this out on there.
Jerry.
What?
I just started chanting
Okay,
Jerry.
Shane, go ahead. Let's tell this story. Why not?
No, we can hash it out. If you guys want to hear the story, let us know on Twitter or
Do
something.
Twitter space.
We can do it on maybe a diehard only audio
Should we
episode.
invite the reason why we're
no
not friends back? No?
absolutely not.
Are we sure?
We can have a
Yes,
very.
I'm
I think that would be so much fun.
Sultry. Yes, I'm absolutely sure. Let's
Oh yeah, you're right. My apologies.
What
We got
are
trivia!
Yeah, let's go. Sun Devil trivia.
This
Sun Devil
went
trivia.
so downhill from the start of it. We got another person we can bring in if we want to make this real interesting.
Can we start the trivia?
we can. We can start. Okay.
Computers down.
So, per usual,
Fair enough.
there is 1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5, 6 questions and a tiebreaker.
Nice.
Okay.
And
There
a
are-
tiebreaker?
And a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I
there
guess
are
that
some
makes sense.
questions where you can earn
What is this about?
multiple points.
Men's
Just the
basketball.
basketball team
ASU
this year?
men's basketball this season.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything on the line?
Burritos?
Burrito Express tomorrow?
What time is the Creighton game? It's too late for the
It's
Burritos.
too late, yeah.
Burrito
Express tomorrow
At
morning.
10? No. Let's. I don't know.
Well, it's burritos at some point.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like burritos should be our permanent bet for these trivia.
Permanent
things.
bet? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Trivia sponsored by Burrito Express.
Sure. Why
Yeah,
not?
oh, fuck it.
Hey, Max, that okay?
Max, you just sold a segment.
We're doing your job for you, Max.
you just made money doing nothing.
Just sitting there.
We're selling our trivia segment to Burrito Express.
Okay.
He said, all right.
Let's start. Shane, I believe you're undefeated in trivia.
I think I am too.
Versus-
No.
No,
I
whoa.
lost. I'm 3-1. The one I lost was the one where I completely fumbled at the end and didn't get Bear Bryant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
I'm
No,
three-
but I didn't
Shout
win the
out Paul
coaches one
Tyson.
too?
Shout out Paul Tyson. The coaches won.
Because there was like a name
that was
you...
that was the tiebreaker in the
That
coaches
was
one.
the tiebreaker.
Oh, was it?
The
Okay.
coaches won.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
So Shawn will go first since Shawn won. I don't know if he won the last
No, I won the last one.
I've lost the last 3.
one. Okay, then Shane goes first.
Well, no, he should go first because he's.
God damn it!
Let Sean go first.
Okay. I'll go first.
Sean's going first. Okay. Shawn
Yes.
and Shane.
I think you let Shane go first.
Stop it.
I'm gonna slap you. Who is shooting the highest free throw percentage this season?
Luther Muhammad.
Yeah, that's easy. He's shooting 100%, isn't he?
No, he's not shooting 100%.
Or
It's
close
like
to it.
94 or something
But he is shooting the highest.
Yeah.
So you both get a point.
Yeah, it's easy.
89.5. That's
He
easy.
missed. He was shooting 94 until
Yeah.
last night. He
Yeah,
missed one
okay.
free throw.
I remember.
Do I get bonus points?
They
No.
literally said it on the thing.
Rats.
Okay. How many players are currently averaging 1 or more steal per game for Arizona State?
How many players?
How many players?
Okay, Desmond is definitely one of them. I'm gonna go with 4.
Ooh, fuck, that's literally what I was gonna say.
You're going with 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say 4. I'll say 3 just to have a different question.
Damn, I thought I was gonna go 3 instead.
Yeah, that's kind of why.
I'm gonna stick with 4.
The answer is 3.
Yeah.
So
Can I get them?
what? If you get them, I will tie this up. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Desmond Cambridge,
Yes.
Frankie Collins.
Yes.
This is tough because I have a feeling it's a big, but it's not. DJ Horn.
It is DJ Horn.
Let's go.
We are not
I
enough
didn't
at 2.
get an opportunity. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
well, I'm the host of this game
yeah,
show,
that's
so
fair.
let's see. What do we got
That's
next?
impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
For the record, would have guessed those 3.
Okay.
Not
Which-
any less impressive.
You're up
but-
next. Which 3 players are shooting the highest 3-point percentage? Okay. Now,
Oh, Lord.
I will say there is 2 points available in a bonus point
If you
on
can get
this
all
one.
3.
If you can get all 3.
The top 3 in 3
The top
point-
3, you don't got to get them in order. You just got to give me the top 3. I guess 3 possible points here.
God, I feel like this is something weird. Is Alonzo Gaffney one of them?
Alonzo Gaffney is one of
Yeah.
them.
Wait.
Figured.
What am I doing then? If you're just gonna tell him the answers, you're terrible at this. Okay, Alonzo Gaffney. Like, nice, Totri.
Alonzo.
Guess the other 2 and then don't say anything.
See, if you had asked me like 2 weeks ago, I would have said Nunez, but I don't think he is anymore.
Oh God, no.
I'm going to go Dev Cambridge, and I don't really know for the other one. I
Not
know
someone
it's
you think of.
I know it's not because like, people might guess Frankie and DJ, but it's neither of them. They miss too much. I said Dez. The first one was Gaffney.
You said Dez?
No, you said
Dev.
Okay.
Dev. And then I will go.
There's got to be a timer.
Any
Totri.
day now.
Yeah.
Okay, you get 2 points.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So it was right. Devin and Gaffney. I get 2 points. The third one.
If you can get this one, we'll tie it up again.
Well, it's already tied.
Yeah. Well, he got 2 points.
Yeah, so I get 2 points here too.
Sure. Yeah.
Because-
yeah, you're right. Just go.
So I get the lead if I get this.
Yes.
So it's probably not somebody starting because you gave a weird hint, but I feel like it could sneakily be
boy.
DJ Horn. But no, you said it wasn't DJ Horn.
I think I might know.
I will go
Well, you can't guess anymore.
I think I might know.
with
I'll let him guess on that. I want to say it before you.
Jemiah Neal.
Is that right?
Just a
No,
weird
it's not
guess.
Jemiah Neal.
Is it Bagley?
Nope.
Ah.
It is Bobby Hurley Jr.
Oh God! Damn it!
Bobby Hurley Jr.
50%?
50%.
50%.
I never would have guessed that. Oh, damn.
super weird.
You should've
Okay.
minimum
So-
attempts, but whatever.
We're tied at 4
Gerald's
apiece.
shaking in his chair right now. Those aren't how you would do advanced stats. He has 2 attempts. He doesn't meet the criteria.
Who are the 2 rebound leaders on this team? Again, 2 possible points. You guys are tied at 4.
Okay, so don't say anything.
Yes, I
when
know. I won't
okay.
say nothing.
Okay. Warren is 1, and then the other is Devin.
Yeah, Warren won.
Ooh,
I'll get weird. I'm gonna say Frankie.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You both get Warren.
Okay.
It is DJ.
Wow,
Wow.
that's right. I knew it was a guard.
Warren's
Yeah.
got 70 boards on the season. DJ next on the team with 51.
Where's Frankie at? Do you know?
I believe he was.
Well, he's had out, so that's total boards.
Oh,
though.
he's
That's
been
total
out.
boards. Total boards.
He's been out. Yeah. I
Got
didn't
to
think
phrase
about
the question better. You're
We
bad
are-
at this.
Who are the 2 rebound leaders on this team?
Yeah,
Not who.
but usually it's average. But whatever, dude.
Okay, man. Well,
I don't think I might would have changed how I answered that question.
You guys are
to be honest.
tied at 5 apiece now.
Okay.
Which player has led the team in scoring in the most games this season?
Shawn.
Is it? Ooh. I will go Devin Cambridge. I feel like the answer, like there's an answer that I was going to say, but it seemed too obvious. And so I scared myself out of saying it. I'm probably going to kick myself for it.
So, Devin's probably a good answer. Desmond and I know Desmond and DJ each have at least 2,
Yeah.
but those are the highest scoring performances. Those aren't the most. Frankie's done it once, I think. I think Devin's probably the correct answer just because it's like 14, 13, 12, 15.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Devin.
Okay. You're both wrong.
Is
It
it
is
Dev?
Frankie.
It's Frankie?
It is Frankie?
Frankie
Okay.
has
See,
3 games this season where he
That's
has led
that was the
team in
one where I
scoring.
was going to say, but it seemed too obvious. and I scared myself out of it.
Huh.
We are still
Tragic.
knotted at 5 apiece.
Okay.
2 questions left, or I guess 1 and then the tiebreaker. How many points did ASU lose to Texas Southern by?
1 point.
I'll say 1 point. Was it not?
Yeah, no, it was 1
I was
point. 67, 66 in overtime.
I was like,
just curious.
What's
Just,
going-
just test your
Shawn,
knowledge.
how did they lose?
how did they lose?
How did they lose?
Was it not a buzzer beater?
No. It was damn close to, but what? It was an offensive rebound layup.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a tip-in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on to the tiebreaker.
That was just to rub salt in the wound.
Wait,
Yeah.
so if we tie, he owes us burritos.
Yep.
No,
Yes,
that's not how
yes.
this works.
We've done this
Absolutely,
before.
because
Because this
No.
question, look,
You
I
can
was
win
okay.
regardless, every
Look, sit down. Sit down.
We're doing a show. Don't yell at us.
Who's yelling?
Close your door.
Fucking, what are we doing here?
Come on.
So I will say, if you tie, then yes. However, you cannot both say the same number here for this question. Okay.
Okay.
Why don't we slack you numbers separately?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I feel like that's the best way to go
That's
about
how we do
this.
Jeopardy.
'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah, it's final Jeopardy.
Okay.
here.
Last question.
Final toaster tea.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm going to pull up your thing so you know I'm not cheating.
Okay.
Okay.
The final question
Okay.
is: how many blocks does Warren Washington have this season? Whoever is closest wins.
Can you go over?
Yeah.
It's just whoever's closest.
I just threw in a number. Just sent it.
How many games? They played 9 games or 10 games.
I love this music.
To be honest, I thought this would be more like the Jeopardy music, but I saw something
This
called
music
Game
is awesome.
I sent you
saw
mine.
something called
Yeah.
Game
This,
Show, and I was
this
like,
is what we used to set up Jeopardy yesterday, and that's what we'll use today.
okay, well, I saw
So-
this and I thought it'd be fun.
I went way too high.
fucking
Yeah,
hell.
I don't know what I was thinking.
What did you say? Like 20?
I
He
said,
said 34.
yeah, but as soon as I said that, now that I think
I
about
said
it,
13.
I felt so under pressure.
The correct answer is 18.
Also, did you notice how he did something where we couldn't tie? Whoever's
crazy.
closer.
That's crazy.
Well, that's the whole point of a tiebreaker,
I
is it
win.
not?
I win.
To ensure that you don't tie?
Yeah, true.
Okay, so yes, Shane continues to kick your ass
Yeah.
in trivia. You need to just be better, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be better. I don't think there should be a situation in which we're both answering the same questions. That's not how Jeopardy works.
This
Unless
is-
I got it wrong.
Okay,
Well,
you
so
got to
isn't
know
Je-
the difference. This is not Jeopardy.
That's not how
no,
most
I didn't
trivia
preface
shows.
this
That's not
as
how most
Sun Devil
trivia shows
Jeopardy.
work. I guess. Name me a trivia show in which you answer
Told you,
the
I
same
think
question.
you're-
Name me a trivia
I think
show.
the way you're doing it is okay. I just think you need to get better.
Name me a trivia. That's actually a good point. Now
Yeah,
that I'm trying
go
to think-
fuck yourself.
How many
buddy.
trivia shows can you think of? Well, it's
Anything
not
else before we get out of here?
multiple
Yeah, we
people.
got a couple more things we got to talk about, including Octane Raceway and Mavericks. We are excited to welcome Octane Raceway and Mavericks to the PHNX family. You've seen the fun that we've had out there.
I look so shy in that picture.
I did not win the last time we were there.
No, you're
I
terrible.
got absolutely.
You were following the speed
You
limit.
were the opposite
Killed.
of winning.
You're right. I
As
was
far away from
I was
winning as
losing. I was losing. Now you guys can check it out yourself. They've got daily specials Monday through Sunday. Monday starting with $15 unlimited fun passes. Tuesday 50% off taco trios. Wednesday is winning Wednesday half price arcade games all day. Thursday big bucket Thursday $20 beer buckets. Friday trivia night
We got it.
and rotating
Yeah, we
drink
gotta get there.
specials.
We've
And
already
then
been
Saturday
practicing.
through Sunday 50% off
I
signature
want Shawn on my
bowling
team.
before
Stop
noon.
Real trivia, I will wipe the floor with.
How is this not real trivia, bro?
I'm saying, trivia that's not specific to ASU basketball.
Okay.
If you get general stuff that like history and stuff like that, I will
Well,
wipe the floor.
Okay.
Lindsay said she wants to do it.
Wow,
what?
she'll actually hang out with us. How's that to work?
No, she'll
bet
probably
you do.
she'll probably FaceTime in, but still.
Yeah. It'll be her own team.
She'll sleep in. 100%. Before we get out of here, it is the holiday season, and Four Peaks is where's the advent calendar actually?
It's already been open. It's already been opened. Coyotes
Who
opened it this
Oh,
morning.
Coyotes opened it. Give the gift of beer this holiday season.
You gotta dib it. You've
Four
never
Peaks
dibbed
still
it.
has limited supplies of their December Advent calendar box for $55. Enjoy specialty beers, tall boys, and more. This is what that big Advent box looks like. It is absolutely massive, and again, $55. Purchase at their 8th Street pub in Tempe. That's it, boys. Anything else?
That is all.
Oh, I do have one more thing. One more quick question. I know there's shows after this. Do you guys? I saw this on TikTok, and I'm curious. Do you guys think when bugs are born?
Oh, what are we?
What?
No, yeah, like come on.
Yeah, but it's just like, oh, we got to get out of here. But real quick, let me ask the most ridiculous question ever.
I'm
Okay,
fired
then you
up.
go sit in the fucking corner.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
go
I'm
sit in the
excited for
corner.
it. I'm excited for it. I'm
When
just saying,
bugs
that's
are
why they're
born,
laughing.
do you think like they automatically know that they can like climb on walls and shit, or is it just like they figure it out, they do it, and they're like,
Hey,
look what I can do?
Hey, Totri, when humans are born, do you think they automatically know that they can breathe? They're an animal. Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty awful argument because when humans are born, do you think they automatically know that they can walk?
Fair, but we're
Get
not.
fucked.
We're not.
Hey, we'll see you next time. You can follow me on Twitter at
fair.
Shane Dean. You can follow Totri on Twitter at
Hand
Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn_DePaz.
Losing at trivia as always.
You can follow the show at PHNX_Sun Devils. We'll see you for a Friday Fun Day tomorrow. But for now, peace.